rewarding in its own sense. Music is rewarding because I write something, it's deep, people get into it and they respond. The movie is crazy because people get whatever they want. They'll come to me with such a different idea about the character that I played as a kid. You know, like people come to me really talking about, why'd you kill Raheem? They know the dude's name, they know what, you know what I mean? Who? Who? You know, are you serious? Is that a question?
In October 2002, news came that Tupac's killing was a subject that was not going to go away. An article in the Los Angeles Times renewed speculation about Biggie Smalls' involvement in Tupac's death. People from all over the hip-hop community were saddened and enraged by the new allegations, claiming that hip-hop and rap were in a healthy state at that time, and that such allegations were both ill-founded and potentially inflammatory. Also that month, 2 versions of the same Tupac song were released, showing that not only was his influence as strong as ever, but also that rivalries seemed to be just as intense, but brought up to date. This time, it was not macho gangsters facing each other off, but leading lights of the newly revitalised R&B scene. Toni Braxton, whose upcoming album of the time, More Than a Woman, contained a version of Tupac's Me and My Girlfriend, was outraged to discover that her idea had been appropriated by Jay-Z and Beyoncé Knowles. Their version would appear on the new Jay-Z album, The Gift and the Curse. Braxton claimed that having played her version to an employee of Jay-Z's label, Def Jam, she found that Jigga himself had stolen her idea. She professed herself to be insulted and disappointed. Fortunately, no one was shot 5 times in the incident, which indicated that progress of a sort was being made. This came in the wake of excitement about the latest Tupac release, the double album Better Days, which featured a grab bag of rap scene celebrity duets with Tupac, who by that time had been dead for 6 years. The executive producers for the album were Suge Knight and Afeni Shakur. Proving that, however valid the allegations about Suge's involvement in Tupac's death might or might not have been, business affairs seemed to take priority over such trifling matters. A percentage of the profits made would be donated to the Tupac Shakur Foundation, a charity formed by Afeni to train aspiring young artists. Meanwhile, on the mixtape circuit, the unofficial parallel universe recording industry phenomenon that allows artists to be DJs, word was out that Biggie, Tupac, 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg would all make appearances on a mixtape assembled by Daz Dillinger and DJ Who Kid. In 2003, it was announced that a range of Tupac leisure wear to be called Machiavelli was in the development process. The operation was being planned by Afeni to tie in with the release of Tupac Resurrection at the end of that year. Without any hint of irony, a press release claimed that the clothing line would hit the stores by Christmas and that it would feature an evolution of streetwear, activewear and high-end fashion. Clearly, Tupac's memory was proving to be a fertile ground for all kinds of franchise activities, indicating that although to some his legacy was sacred, to others it was a joyful source of even further income. Controversy continued over the proper use of the rapper's recorded legacy. Death Row were planning at the end of 2003 to release an album of remixes, while the rap phenomenon, a mixtape circulating at that time, was pairing Tupac via the wonders of digital sampling technology with all sorts of people who he had never met, including some he didn't like or was even openly hostile to. Suge Knight declared that such practices were disrespectful of Tupac's memory, while Red Spider, who was responsible for some of the virtual collaborations on the mixtape, responded by saying all that was relevant was whether or not the finished product sounded good. It was a way, he went on, for people outside the rap community, the general public, to hear Tupac in a new light. Whatever one's feelings about these posthumous collaborations or any other way of manipulating material that Tupac had laid down a long time previously, it showed that respect and admiration for his legacy was increasing as time went by. Finally, Biggie and Tupac got to perform on the same track when Eminem produced Running, Dying to Live, the first single to be taken from the soundtrack album of the Resurrection movie. In life, they had been first friends, then sworn enemies, then both brutally murdered. Now they were performing on the same song. One could only wonder where all this frenzy of Tupac-related activity was going. Since his death, new heroes had come and some had gone, but the music kept renewing and revitalising itself. and always lurking in the background was the spectre of Tupac, inspiring and informing, and steadfastly refusing to die.